Now, Sennheiser is still one of the biggest names around when it comes to audio, and their latest true wireless earbuds and headphones have been absolutely fantastic. So I was very keen indeed to get my head, I guess, on the latest Sennheiser Momentum 4s. These are premium headphones through and through, boasting all of those top-end features you'd expect, like adaptive active noise cancellation. You've got super long battery life and a nice comfortable design. Now, I've had the Momentum 4 headphones for about a month now. I've been using them quite a lot in that time. I've taken them on a couple of trips with me. They've served me very well indeed. So here's my full Momentum 4 review. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers. Now, first up, while these are a pair of premium headphones, don't expect much in the way of frills or flair from that design. It's definitely a minimalist cut down finish with very simple aesthetics. You know, you got the Sennheiser branding, the logo either side of the headband, and apart from that, they're pretty plain. But plain doesn't equal budget. You know, these don't look like a basic pair of headphones. Although if you do like a choice of colors, well, you're basically limited to just black or white here. It would have been nice to have some more vibrant options, but never mind, maybe next time. Probably one of my favorite aspects of the Momentum 4 design is the way that headband just tucks itself snugly against your skull. It doesn't stick out for miles like some headphones, which is really not a good look, especially when you don't have any hair to kind of mask how far they jut out. You've also got 180-degree rotating cups, which again, a lot of premium headphones don't have for some reason, so that's really convenient. They're nice and durable as well. These things have taken a bit of a battering these last few weeks, and they're still looking pristine. I can't see any scratches or dents or scuffs or anything anywhere on those surfaces. They can get a little bit greasy from the constant taking on and taking off, but you know, a quick wipe down and they're looking box fresh again. Gotta say though, the Sennheiser Momentum 4s aren't particularly light headphones. In fact, they're some of the heavier headphones that I've tested probably in 2022. But thankfully, despite this weight, they are still quite comfortable to wear for extended periods, and that's because of the generous amount of padding stuck away in the headband there. In fact, you've got these really nice large ear cups as well, which completely envelop your lugs rather than pressing down on them, and that can obviously give you a bit of earache after a while. So yeah, you can rock these things for hours at a time, no worries. Now, like pretty much all premium headphones out there, you do get an app to control the Momentum 4s as well. This is the Sennheiser Smart Control app. It does often take a little while just to get connected to the headphones, but once you're in there, it is a cracker. You've got full control over the various devices that the Momentum 4s have connected to. You can also play around with an equalizer, which we'll touch on later. You can set up various sound zones to automatically change the headphone settings, such as the active noise cancellation, depending on where you're actually at. And you've got full manual control over that ANC as well, or you can just stick it on adaptive and let the headphones themselves do all the work. And there's lots of other handy settings buried away in here as well, so lots of stuff to play around with. And like basically every pair of headphones out there, the Sennheiser Momentum 4s also support touch controls. At the moment, these aren't customizable via that Smart Control app, but that might be something that's added in later, hopefully. These are thankfully pretty intuitive and comprehensive as well. You can tap to pause your music, another tap will resume. You can swipe forward to skip forward a track, swipe back to skip back a track, and you can adjust the volume. You can also quickly activate the likes of transparency mode if you want to chat with someone. Otherwise, they also support auto pause. You can just whip the headphones off, have a chat with someone. Whatever you are listening to, a podcast or an audiobook, will be paused dead in that spot, and then when you pop the headphones back on, they'll just auto resume. Nice and simple. As for the audio quality, well, no surprise that Sennheiser has absolutely nailed it on the Momentum 4s. You've got 42mm drivers packed inside of these absolute beasts. And as I mentioned earlier, the sound is completely configurable via the Smart Control app. Did I say that right? Configurable? Configurable. That's a tricky word. There is actually a sound check feature which you can go to, which will give you a personal preset based on your own particular hearing. Or alternatively, just dive straight on into the equalizer and you can manually tweak the bass, the mids and the trebles yourself. It's certainly not the most comprehensive setup out there, but it's easy if you just want to quickly boost the bass, boost the treble, whatever you want. You do also have a bass boost feature down here. And it doesn't matter if you're all about the bass, all about the treble, because everything just sounds magnificent via the Sennheiser Momentum 4 wireless headphones. Crystal clear audio. It doesn't matter what genre you're into, it'll all sound fantastic. You've got full support for all of the top codecs, including aptX adaptive. So even though these are wireless headphones, clearly, you'll still get an incredible amount of detail spaffed into your ears when you're enjoying some high-res audio tracks on the likes of Deezer or Tidal. And naturally, no sort of syncing issues when you are watching video, either the audio and the video perfectly married up. Just bear in mind that there is no 3.5mm jack here on the Mommy 4s. Mommy 4s sounds a bit weird, but yeah, you can't get connected that way. As for the active noise cancellation, well, you do actually get some pretty good isolation just by wearing the headphones straight off the bat anyway, but then with the ANC on board as well, this does help to drown out any other background grumbles that are going on, the likes of traffic sounds, plane sounds especially. And it is fully adaptive. That seems to work nicely as well, so it won't be quite as full on and fierce when you are just chilling in a cafe in your own house. When you go out and you're on a busy high street or something, it will ramp all the way up, and at that maximum level it is very effective. Maybe not quite as good as the very best out there from the likes of Bose, but certainly if you do a lot of travel, and these are more than up to the task, if you find yourself in train stations, on the London Underground, stuff like that, you can still enjoy an audiobook, a podcast, something like that, something a bit quieter without having to ramp up the volume to cut through all of that background bollocks. You've also got a wind noise reduction feature, which can be activated again via the Smart Control app, and this works a charm. I found that I got little to no feedback at all, even when things were quite blustery when I had that ANC active. And there is, as usual, a transparency mode on board as well, which you can quickly flip to if you do actually want to be aware of everything that's going on around you, and this doesn't sound weird and artificial or anything, it's perfectly fine. Now, what you're listening to right now is a recording shot on my MacBook using the Sennheiser Momentum 4s as a headset. And as you can hear, those 4 beamforming mics clearly picking up my voice, but not much of a test because this is a quiet studio environment. So let's get some really loud traffic noise going on in the background. Okay, so now a massive speaker really close to my head is beaming out those really loud traffic noises. And as you can hear, the Sennheiser Momentum 4 is still doing a really good job of clearly picking up what I am saying despite that ridiculous noise. Now last up, the battery life, and this is yet another area where the Sennheiser Momentum 4 wireless headphones really do excel. Senny reckons you'll get 60 hours of full-time use out of these things from a single charge, and by the way, that is with active noise cancellation turned on. And as far as I can tell, that's accurate because I've literally topped them up twice the entire time I've been using them for about a month now, and neither of those times did I charge them up fully either. Literally bunged them in for an hour or so just to make sure they had enough power to get me through, you know, a long weekend away from home. So certainly if you do find yourself away from home a lot, not only have you got that excellent noise cancellation, you've also got the fantastic battery life to boot. And when they do need a recharge, well, they just take Type-C USB, so the same charger as your smartphone. And they don't seem to take forever to charge up, you know, bung them in for an hour or two, that'll give you hours and hours and hours and hours of use, no worries at all. And that right there is my review of the Sennheiser Momentum 4 wireless headphones. And I gotta say, if you kinda couldn't tell already from all of the endless gushing that has gone on in this review, I really do like them a lot. They're my favorite pair of premium headphones that I've tested in the last few months. And you know, they don't do anything particularly special or outlandish that you won't find on other headphones. They just get all the basics perfectly right. They're really comfortable to wear. The touch controls are perfectly intuitive. The active noise cancellation does its job perfectly. The audio chops are really sound, and the battery life is brilliant. So that's what I reckon anyway. But what do you guys think? Definitely be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a ruddy wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone. Love you.